Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. This is going to be along the lines of the footy frenzy, footy madness, the week of footy leading up to your grand final, so I am super excited. So this is going to be the 2017 Premiership documentary, the grand final 2017. It's called The Wounded Tiger. It is a documentary by the AFL, and it is a little bit longer of a video than I normally do on the channel, so I'm going to actually split it up into two parts. So today we're going to do part one of the 2017, it's called Richmond 2017 AFL Premiership documentary, and I figured this would be real fitting because we got the Geelong Cats and the Richmond Tigers playing this weekend in the grand final. So I want to do a grand final video from each of them, and it just kind of fit in the moment, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get right into this video. If you end up liking this video, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification. You can stay tuned in on when I post my videos. And if you really like this video, consider giving it a share. It's one of the best things you can do to help the channel, and I really appreciate it. But I'm gonna get my ears on and we're gonna get right into this video. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna do my best not to pause this too much and just kind of sit back, relax, and watch this little documentary. It seems like it's a pretty good one. I looked at some of the comments and people seem to respond well to it. So we're gonna check this out. The Wounded Tiger, Richmond 2017 AFL Premiership. Let's go.
I am just so damned angry, it's not funny. I have just taken my membership cards from my three sons and myself, and I've just put them in the microwave.
This is what I was saying about how, like, the passion with you guys. Like, you guys are super emotional in your sports. I like it. I like it. Just saying. You guys are real passionate. All right, who's this chap? And this chap.
Richmond's bitterly disappointing AFL season on the field is threatening to tear the club apart off it.
Don't believe in never. The Wounded Tiger.
They've finally done it. They've finally broken my heart. I have Finnegan followed this side for 30 years and had some pretty tough times in those 30 years, but this is it.
The end of the 2016 Richmond Football Club had not won a flag for 36 years. Holy moly, boys and girls. Just want to say, the Minnesota Vikings, we ain't winning shit either, okay? Minnesota sports, we ain't winning shit either, all right? I just wanted to get that out there. So don't feel bad, Richmond. They not won a final in 15 years. Okay, let's go, Richmond. Wounded Tiger. 13th overall in the AFL ladder, okay?
I found it incredibly tough. I'm not going to lie, it was a hard year for me professionally and personally at the same time.
This is Damien Hardwick, right? The coach?
I wasn't the man that I wanted to be. I wasn't the fun, happy-go-lucky coach that I generally was.
It was well documented that by the end of the season, there was just no clear picture for me.
It was a sense of, it was like a feeling of helplessness, you know, what do we do? So yeah, it was a pretty bad time, and it wasn't a great year, you know. We were so scared of failing and probably didn't live up to the pressure.
I sort of felt embarrassed and humiliated that we're in the situation that we were. I got to the stage where I wouldn't even go out and get a coffee. I couldn't bear to face the scrutiny of what people were saying about me and more importantly, my club.
Oh, man.
When you lose, you look inwardly, and when you win, you look outwardly, and right now, it's all introspective for Richmond.
It's got to be tough.
Stopped speaking to my mentors and was in a really, really dark place.
Well, the morning after the best and fairest of 2016, probably my lowest point, I spoke to my father-in-law and our leadership coordinator at the time, Gerard Murphy, and it was Neville Crow's funeral that morning as well. So I just got to a point where I needed to lay it all out on the table with Dimmer, and we walked away from after the funeral just to a quiet place on our own.
I still remember at Neville Crow's funeral, me and Trent and Embrace crying together of how you know, how we felt, and you know, the journey that we undertook. We relied on each other, helped each other,
So I'm not exactly sure who passed away. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below. But it just kind of seems like the whole team is in a really dark place. Like there's a lot of, you know, negative emotions in the team, especially when your coach is in a dark place. It makes it really hard for the team to, I feel like, succeed and have a good emotional culture and just kind of mesh. You know what I mean? It's tough when everybody's down.
Special moment. It was a unique moment because we were both trying to show that nothing was going to crack us, but it had.
And seriously, you have to be blind to understand that Hardwick is not a good coach.
I am that frustrated. I am not coming back to the football to watch Richmond this year and while Hardwick is coaching.
I always thought I was pretty strong on not letting media comments and people on Twitter and all the outside surrounds affecting me, but I probably just got to a point where there was so much of it that it started to, you know, break down the barriers that I had up that I thought were strong, and then that starts to affect your thinking.
Starts to erode your thinking.
With a massive review to come.
They need to start the rebuild again. You know, it's going to be Damien's 8th year next year. His game style to me is outdated and isn't sort of stacking up against the opposition clubs. So massive concerns at Richmond.
I thought about, listen, is it the right time for me to step aside?
Having the thoughts that I had about captaining, you know, a great football club, I'm sure there was times where he and I don't think it would have been based on the confidence that he had in himself. It would have been for the betterment of the football club. And that's the only reason he would have ever considered walking away, I would think. I'd like to think he didn't, because we knew that he was the right man.
So after coming this far, are we going to walk away from the challenge of taking that next big step on our road to pathway to success? Are we going to hand over the club and say it's all too hard? No, we're not. Not on my watch.
Who's this lady?
He was a quitter.
Tell me who that lady is.
You know, I was really adamant that I wanted to make amends. You know, season 2016 didn't define me or our club, and I was really driven to make sure that that wasn't the last season that Damien Hardwick was going to coach.
Let's go. Don't believe it, never.
Yeah, it brings out the emotions, there's no doubt, because
Strong and bold, baby.
season 2016 was so hard. My wife spoke to me about, listen, you're not the guy that I love or know anymore. You've changed, and
That's not good.
it really made me think and delve into what made me me. She just wanted her best partner back.
Sure.
And that was a real spark to get me going. The biggest thing I found that when I was at my best from a coaching point of view, believe it or not, it was when I was coaching my daughter's under-13 basketball side, where there's no fear of outcome. It was Damien Hardwick being fun, loving what he's doing, enjoying the company of the girls that he was coaching, and just enjoying the
No
fact
pressure,
that
no
working with
risk.
a group of people to have a common
Just
goal.
fun.
But that's where I found my love of coaching again.
It wasn't like he came in and just went,
Was it netball or
"I've
basketball?
done all
I gotta
this
know.
work
A
and
netball.
Good luck." He cleverly implemented ideas along the way. You know, he introduced the Triple H sessions.
Triple
Dawned on
H.
me, and I was close with the players, but I wasn't close enough. I stumbled across the Triple H in a book I was reading.
The 3 H's stand for hero, hardship and highlight. Every player and staff had to present to the group their 3 H's.
Brandon Ellis spoke about his hardship as a teenager growing up and the fact that he lived in a
Interesting.
commission flat. And he used to walk 1 kilometre further on his way home from school just so he didn't have to show that his mates that he lived in a commission flat.
Wow.
And I felt truly embarrassed as a coach and as a person that knew Brandon for 6 years that I didn't know this.
Which just gave
Interesting.
a deeper understanding to people, what makes them them.
You know, we're all unique, and we got to know each other on a deeper level, and just created a unbreakable connection, and it was just it was really special.
That really is important. That brings everybody closer together, and it just solidifies a strong culture. A lot of people, especially guys, don't like to, you know, bring up things and talk about, you know, their past or whatnot. And you see that in the case with this guy who didn't want to, you know, show his mates that he had an extra, you know, that where he lived, right? It wasn't a nice area, and so he took the extra step to go out of his way to not show that. And guys typically seem to do that quite a bit. And so as a team, if you can break down those barriers, it's just going to make you so much stronger, and it's just going to that fabric is going to get tighter and tighter, and that's awesome that he did that. So, and you see these types of things, a lot of team building exercises with companies and things like that. They try to do similar things to bring the company or teams closer. So they're very smart of Hardwick to get everybody on that page.
There's no doubt it had a huge bearing on what we did in season 2017.
Nice.
I think Dimmer's most refreshing part of 2016's pre-season and 2017's season was just allowing people to be themselves.
Exactly.
A happy place to be around.
And when you invest in someone and they invest in you, that's when really great things started to happen, and we actually connected and became closer as a result.
Yeah, it's a
AFL
mutual
footy's
benefit.
Incredibly tough. But if you make it where the players actually desire to come, you're going to get a better result, aren't you?
It was just a very different vibe at the club, and it was very refreshing. A bit more relaxed and just a bit more of a positive environment.
We wanted the players to come in with a smile and walk away with a smile. No bad, the loss, no great, the win. We wanted
You see
to
how
walk
small
out
that footy
every
looked in his
day
hand?
thinking, you know what, this is a great place to be.
And for their coach tonight,
Round
Damien
one,
Hardwick is in
2017,
his
let's
eighth
go.
Season, 3 consecutive finals in 13, 14 and 15, but down to 13th place last year. We all know that Dimmer needs a big year, and so do the Tigers.
That it wasn't so much worried about the win and loss, but all right, if we are going to do this, what's it going to look like? You know, we're a strong and bold club. Well, let's play strong and bold. Let's see what that looks like, and more importantly, what it feels like.
It's the culture. What's the culture going to be? Nice. Nice.
He can kick a goal, the skipper.
A skipper, let's go, Skippy. It's a ripper.
Well done, Revolt. Standing in the right spot for 2.
It's been a different year, and it's a different Richmond this year. That's the beauty of it for Tiger fans.
For the first time in 22 years, Richmond start the season 5-0.
Let's go. I'll tell you what, this documentary has got my hair standing up.
Sure, I think we lost 3 by a goal. You know, the Fremantle game, we didn't play well all day, and you know, we finally got our noses in front, played some good footy, and then David Mundy, not for the first time.
Oh, Monday. Ah, Monday.
I'm not sure we've ever had 7 days of this heartache for an AFL team like this before.
That's tough.
You're still watching at home and you haven't put your foot through the telly. Well, who'd want to be a Richmond supporter, Jason?
Don't put your foot through the telly now.
Dimmer got pretty emotional, but everyone's attitude was just, you know, let's learn from it, which we did, and it was a good thing that we learned it then rather than in the finals.
I remember people were looking for me to start to lay the boots into my side, and I sat there and I said, well, you know what? I'm so proud of these blokes. I knew with the group that we had that anything was possible. They were an outstanding group of young men that were really driven to be something special, and they loved the way they played.
Yeah.
Richmond coach Damien Hardwick isn't fazed by Dustin Martin meeting with the Kangaroos.
Oh boy.
The out-of-contract star is
It's a mutiny.
to New Zealand next week to discuss his future with his father.
Traitor.
Yeah, obviously we flew over to see Dad, and lengthy conversations, and spoke about what I wanted and what would be best for my future.
I probably got the sense that he was a little bit more distant than what he'd normally been over the years I'd known him, and that was when I first got a little bit worried about, oh geez, this mightn't go the way that I thought it would.
Don't believe in never. All right, so far this is a fantastic video. I really like these kind of documentary styles to kind of get to sit back, relax, and really learn a bit more. And you know, this is well done. It's got my hair standing on edge a little bit. So really enjoyed this. Stick around for part 2 coming out very soon. Again, we have a bunch of footy videos coming out in preparation for the grand final this weekend. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification. You can stay tuned in on when I post my videos. And if you really like this video, consider giving it a share. It's one of the best things you can do to help my channel, and I really appreciate it. But again, I really like this video. It really kind of gives you a more in-depth look, a better understanding of the emotion and the feelings of the players and the staff of these teams. You know, as a viewer, a lot of times you just, or most of the time, all the time, you just see the game, right? And especially as an American outsider, I really don't have any insight into the emotion behind it and how these people are feeling. So it's really cool to see kind of a behind the scenes look on what really goes on inside these players' heads and what these teams are doing to help kind of rectify and improve their locker room. So very cool. I really appreciate the recommendation. So stick around. Again, we have the other video coming out very soon. I hope you guys are having a great day. Peace, love. We'll see you later. Bye. Under the sea, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea.